Fighting like a bat out of hell, here is Tim Elliott making the walk yet again for another UFC appearance. And we all know what he did against Demetrius Johnson back in 2016, defying the odds, extending DJ over 25 minutes. But more than a decade later, he just doesn't want to hear about that anymore. He still believes that he can be a relevant guy in this flyweight division.
Yeah, he does. He believes it, John. And when you're as unorthodox as Elliott is, you're a problem, right? But what do you do when people start to figure that out? Well, Elliott has shown that even though you figure it out, it doesn't mean you can beat him. Tonight he has to be unorthodox, but use just enough basics to get a victory.
All right, well, a lot of talented Japanese fighters reside within the confines of this UFC flyweight division, and as good as anyone, at least on the feet, is Kai Asakura. We'll see if he can put it all together tonight.
I mean, this dude's good. You know, he comes from another organization where he was known for his highlights. And when he got to the UFC, he had to show that he was of the highest level in mixed martial arts. He's shown that. This guy can put you out. John, he's so gifted, he's so athletic, and that is why he's able to do the things that he does to get those viral moments. Let's see if tonight there is another viral moment on the horizon for Asakura.
Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only, Bruce Bowen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Tim Elliott. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Kai Asakura!
Mark Goddard, our referee for this one, as good as any man or woman in the business. Dateline, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the fight capital of the world with respect to anywhere else you want to go. If I'm a fighter, if I'm an athlete in combat sports, this is where I want to go.
You want to fight in Vegas, and now this beautiful T-Mobile Arena is the backdrop for tonight's great UFC event.
Now some spacing as they exit the clinch. Asakura, measured, trying to find a striking angle, and when he does, oftentimes it's good night.
Yeah, from his space in range, you see him constantly throwing face, popping that lead shoulder at his opponent to try to see what they're gonna do. How many times can he just explode before he starts to fatigue himself? Because every time he goes, it's a massive explosion.
Oh, rinse and repeat, another great counter. Just great movement across the board tonight.
John, this guy has reflexes to fight with his hands low like that, and he's got great timing because every time he makes a miss, here comes the counter shot. Oh, rinse and repeat, like I said. It's been beautiful to watch.
Oh, and again, shooting for a takedown, stuffed once again. All right, early action here, and a nice job by the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter to close the distance and attain the clinch. He feels like this is a good range at which for him to be fighting.
Well, John, you recognize that the BJJ fighter wants to be chest to chest so that he can use his trips and everything to try to get this fight to the floor. That was a very big moment in this fight. Very big moment in this fight.
Entertaining fight so far, a fight in which both men have had their moments. We'll see how it plays out from here.
They both look very confident. John, this is only getting started.
Single leg takedown is good. 90 seconds to go in the opening round. Working from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Elliott. All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, nice connection by him there. And it looks as though that shot actually has cut him open.
Yeah, cut him open. Right there. Beautiful shot lands, opens up a cut. He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to wear on his opponent by pulling the head down and punching with the free hand.
Great first round out of the flyweights. Round two coming up. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You okay? Ready?
Round two underway. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far.
Oh, nice.
All right, so he's dealing with some swelling upstairs, and you got to think his opponent is going to continue to attack that region. Good block there by Elliott. Well, it took a while, but finally feels as though maybe he's hitting that flow state.
You know, when you're fighting, you can't start to give up on yourself when things start to shift. This young man stayed the course, and now that shot may get him going back in the right direction. They just crash into each other, and every time you wonder who's going to fall. Nice spinning back fist there.
Well, you heard the corner. Oh! Man.
That landed clean. Oh, he's almost shutting him down every time he hits him.
So there's that takedown defense on full display yet again. It's held up for him.
He does a fantastic job of squaring up his hips, getting his legs back, and understanding not to allow his opponent to get going on his takedown finish.
1 minute to go in round two.
You got to find a way to kind of go forward, earn some respect, let your opponent know that if he keeps walking you down, doesn't matter how much you tuck the chin, you're gonna get cracked.
Big head kick. Oh!
There it is again. Look at that. This is a crazy high pace. Oh, what just happened?
Diving punch lands. Oh, so there's the horn at the end of the round. He got knocked down near the end of it, saved by the bell. He will live to fight on. The question is for how long.
Breathe, relax. You're okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Listen, I need you to keep your hands up. We've been here before.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready, John? Good? Let's go.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Nice job defensively there by Tim Elliott. Whiffs on that offering. Able to avoid the takedown attempt here again. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Oh, great head movement there. Slips his head off the center line, and defensively, that's exactly what you're looking for.
It's almost like he can telegraph when the punch is coming, and when he sees it, he just makes a slight little movement, right or left, to get out of the way and avoid those shots.
Elliott gets tattooed by that straight punch. And we have passed the midpoint of the fight. Takedown defense is there. Back to the jab now. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up. Now some separation from his clinch position.
Just like that, that will do it, and still undisputed UFC flyweight champion.
Just absolutely amazing. So many said that this guy would struggle, but now he has proven time and time again that he is the best in the world.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 24 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world,
All right, so the path to UFC Gold and Glory at flyweight still goes through him as he defends the title successfully tonight by way of knockout, and it's going to take a huge effort, I would think, to